This is Peggy Ansaltz. This is Next With, powered by Verb, the series where we have been speaking with cutting-edge brands. We've been talking about cutting-edge trends. We've been talking to the biggest minds in mobile and marketing and everything today. And that brings me to our next guest, Verena Grüendel. You are Director of Brand and Communications at DMEXCO, so you are part of the power behind this incredibly powerful event. Great to have you, first of all.
Thank you for inviting me. Happy to have you here at DMEXCO.
It's exciting because, in a way, we're both journalists, but also, very importantly, you have the journalist view of the market today. So you're seeing the trends, you're seeing how you can bring that into the content and the thought leadership that we see here at DMEXCO. But you also have a feel for the pulse because you've done a survey about the industry, asking CMOs, what did you find?
Really interesting because I thought we were deep in kind of an economical crisis.
Yeah.
And the budgets were very tight, but 77% of the marketing leaders said their budget would maintain the same or even rise. And only 3% said that the budget will fall minus 20% or more. So the industry is still about investing, innovation, and going forward. And this is pretty interesting, I think.
That's very positive.
Yeah.
But everyone is interested in innovation, new opportunities, growth, and creativity. What channels, what opportunities, what platforms are you seeing in that mix? There is out of home, there's CTV, audio I'm hearing a lot about, no pun intended, but a lot of opportunity. You understand what the German market is gravitating to. What are they getting excited about?
Yeah, they are, to be honest, really excited about social media, and that is not a surprise at all.
No.
But the same survey showed that 95% of all CMOs are investing in social media, and that 75% will invest even more in the next 12 months. But also, as you mentioned, ATV, CTV will be growing, also double digit, 21%, I think. And also digital out of home is growing. The IDO, which is the German Association about digital out of home, digital out of home will grow 29% year over year the next few years. And of course, retail media is also a really big channel that is growing very fast. Our CMO survey said that 28% of marketing leaders will invest more in the next year into retail media. Yeah. So the digital channels are evolving. We have right now 63% digital marketing share on all marketing channels, and I think that's pretty impressive. One will probably go up.
We have a consensus that there are all these opportunities, but there are inconsistencies in how we measure results. Again, your finger on the pulse, talking to the companies at DMEXCO, also in your surveys, what do they see as the biggest challenge in measurement?
Well, I think measurement in general is still
the challenge. So measurement completely.
Yes, the data has to be really good, and I think data is another challenge for the companies to have their real data right. And of course, the KPIs that the different platforms have, that the companies have, they don't match, and they are really hard to compare. And I think these are all challenges that the industry, of course, is trying to solve. And I think it's really important to have associations also like Mobile Marketing Association to solve that problems, to get into dialogue with the different platforms, and to hopefully do good work on solving these problems on a long term. But I think it will be a long term, a marathon, not a quick one.
It will, if there are those inefficiencies. But there is progress on making advertising more effective. It also needs to be emotional. That's what I find very interesting in Germany, is the focus on sustainability, but also sustainable growth. So it's about brands wanting to have a voice. Maybe that's why we're seeing the huge interest in social media, but brands building a voice, brand and performance. How is you seeing that being the balance here?
This is a really good question, because we also asked that in the survey to the CMOs, and it's interesting that only 31% of them said that performance and brand are in balance. So almost 70% would say they are not yet in balance. Also 31% will want to invest more in brand because they kind of lost brand over to a lot of performance marketing. Some big brands have discussed this in articles or also on LinkedIn. I've read it that this is becoming a problem, that the brand values are falling. So they have to reinvest in the brand and not just performance driven or ROI driven.
So to build the brand is really a focus. How are the German companies, brands thinking about building brand? Obviously, there's all the opportunities we discussed. Out of home is very big in Germany. Is there any commonality where brands are saying, I need to build brand, I'm going to invest in this approach?
I mean, it's becoming more and more difficult because you don't have this mass mediums anymore like before we had with the
So we have everything is important.
Yes. You have to, of course, you have to focus on the funnel. You have to bring the people from above into the funnel. I think you can do that with digital out of home. It's one of the biggest mass mediums that we still have. Of course, TV, linear TV works for all the target groups, but I think it's important to identify where your target group is. And one thing that I would always recommend is to be a little bit bold in your campaigns, in your positions, in your claims, and to really be creative, because we have so much media, we have so many content out there, and you have to stand out, and you cannot stand out with normal messages. You have to create really cool messages, interesting messages, otherwise nobody will see you, nobody will listen to you.
You have the advantage of being a journalist, but also as your background, and now shaping DMEXCO, and it's about serving the needs of the brands, the marketers, the sponsors, the exhibitors here. What can we expect in the future from DMEXCO? With you at the helm, I know it's going to be interesting.
I mean, DMEXCO wants to be a platform of innovation. We want to shape the industry. We want to be the accelerator of business in the digital marketing industry. And we do everything that's possible to build up this platform. We want to bring all the important parts at one table. This is the CMOs, the marketing leaders from the advertising companies. This is the ad tech companies, the creativity people from the agencies, and all them together, high level, of course, because we are a decision maker event. And this is crucial to us to bring all of them together, because with this we can really make an impact, and in the talks between them they can develop something that brings value to the companies, to the people, and to the industry. And that's our goal. That's what we're doing. And therefore,
well, that's a dialogue to nurture, but I mean, we're all here. September, that's DMEXCO. That's all there is to it. But how do you bring it so it's relevant throughout the year? So we're thinking about DMEXCO maybe in April or May, and it's like, oh, well, I'm going to do this or that there, you know, making it part of not just the calendar, but the consciousness.
I know. We're working hard on that. We're having a lot of content formats like our podcast. I've started a new newsletter that's coming 3 times a week, just content to inform the people of what's going on in the worldwide marketing industry, just a one-stop shop, and you know everything that's happening. We're having our blog. The other thing is that I'm traveling a lot to events, and I'm talking to the people. So I'm trying to meet everybody.
You're like a sponge, absorbing it all, bringing it back,
and to be visible all the time, and to listening, because it's all about storytelling. We are all storytellers, but sometimes you just have to listen, and that I'm trying to do that. And with this package, I think we're on a good way to be relevant the whole year.
Absolutely. And data is always a story. So it's exciting that you brought the data with you and sharing it here as well. And Verena, wish you the best. And certainly, if someone's going to have an impact on this show, it's going to be you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Becky.